Noah is a 1998 Disney film. This was directed by Ken Kwapis, is written by Juliet, Giglio, Keith Giglio, and Charles F. Bohl. And we have a great cast, including Tony Danza, Wallace Shawn, Jane Sibbett, and various others. And Danza plays a character called Norman. And Norman is tasked with building Noah's Ark, which is not massively unrealistic. Well, you need to buy into the whole Noah's Ark thing, but he is a contractor. So the skill set is there. And I don't want to say too much about the context, but basically it's a modern day version of Noah's Ark. And I'm a big fan of stories that look at Noah's Ark. And in general, I think they did a really good job with it. I found it to be a really satisfying experience, but it was definitely slow. It did take a really long time to get to the point, and even then, it developed quite slowly. It drags a little bit, not to the point that I was bored, but certainly it could have been a little bit better in terms of pacing. The characters are likable though. The performances are very good, so I generally enjoyed what was happening at any one time, even if it was a little slow here and there. And there were enough elements to keep me interested throughout. We have some really good lighting, some really good camera work. It's a decent story that's reasonably well executed, with a great cast and likeable characters. So it ticks every single box. It could have maybe felt a little bit more magical, and maybe it could have been a little bit more moving. With that in mind, I'd say it's still a decent experience. And if you're a fan of stories about Noah's Ark in general, obviously I think this is worth watching. And if you're a fan of any of the cast, certainly check it out. I think you'll find it to be a pretty decent experience. Not perfect, but ultimately Noah was an enjoyable film as a one-time watch. Nice story, reasonably well executed. Some pacing issues, but great casting characters. So in general, I'm quite happy with the experience, and I'm happy enough to recommend it.